I'm here with physiotherapist Lesley Abrahams from Bodies Under Construction. I highly recommend him. He is my personal physio and I can't live without him. I don't know what I'll ever do if he retired or moved. But I wanted to talk to him today. So my recent episode of a bad back, which he helped me, and we've done a few videos on. Now when I had my bad back, and I mentioned it on social media and got such an enormous response from people, and a lot of people were saying, you must see a chiropractor, it's the only way to go. I'd seen a physio, I'd seen an osteopath, but when I saw a chiropractor, it changed my life. And quite a lot of people mentioned a chiropractor. So of course, there are a number of routes one can take with a bad back. I mean, you're a physiotherapist, so you're probably a little bit biased towards that. And then, there's an osteopath, there's a chiropractor, there's also acupuncture and probably other things as well. And I mentioned this to you, that I was getting a lot of people saying, you need to go to a chiropractor. And you talked to me about the evidence of what works.
Yes.
And basically, they all work, and it's what works for you, really. So tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, over the years of me, working as a physio, it's been over 20 years now. I've seen and I've worked alongside a lot of clinicians, including chiropractors, osteopaths, acupuncturists, and the key message at the end of the day is that it all works at getting the outcome that you're looking for. And so when people come to us in clinic, they go, okay, I've got this problem, and in this instance we're talking about back pain. And so it's not necessarily about curing the back pain, but it's about helping you get the outcome that you're looking for. And
Right.
More than just your back pain, like in your case, it may be, I want to get to work and travel from here, up north comfortably. I want to be able to do my exercise. I want to be able to do all these key things that I want and love to do. And all of those professions can give you the outcome that you're looking for.
I do think it's a personal thing, because I think we all respond to different things.
Yes,
And I actually, for many, many years, used to go to an osteopath and a chiropractor. And I hadn't actually taken the physio route. And for me, I came to the conclusion that my body doesn't actually like being manipulated. And it really responds to soft tissue work. And you always say to me, so you always do quite a lot of soft tissue work on me, and obviously the rehabilitation exercises. And you always say to me that my body responds really well to soft tissue. I've also done acupuncture, by the way.
Right.
But in my youth, I did have quite a lot of, well, not just in my youth, for many years, I did actually have back problems. And I had back problems, that's initially why I came to you. And I went to so many doctors, and I remember there was one osteopath I saw for years. I went to him every single week. I got no long-term progression for me. I mean, I know other people will. And it was really by accident. I went to, I had a massage, and it wasn't even a good massage. It was like a deep tissue massage. It was the most painful thing I've ever had in my life. I was literally screaming. But to my absolute amazement, I had great improvement in my back. And that was about the time I found you. And now, other than my recent episode, that is the first back issue I have had in years. Because I actually did get a long-term result with you through the work that you were doing, whereas I didn't. But I know loads of people who swear by. Is there any scientific evidence to back any of it up in terms of, does a chiropractor help you? Does a physio help you? Is there actual evidence? Research?
There are something called NICE guidelines, and it's sort of published evidence-based work that describes different modalities and what contributes to back pain in particular. There's a NICE guideline for back pain and what is beneficial when you do have back pain. And in fact, there isn't any sort of conclusive results that one profession is better over another. Because we are all what we call manual therapists. We all use our hands in order to either work on a muscle or a joint or the soft tissue, or to affect the way the nerves feel within the body. So there isn't really a hard or fast answer
Well,
to
that's
that
very
question.
interesting, and that just, you know, shows that it really is a personal thing. And I think it's also about finding a really good practitioner.
I think that is important.
Because,
yes.
you know, I have been to a few physios, and they're not all like you. I mean, you know, I have had a very different result with other physios. So I think if you find a great chiropractor or acupuncturist or physio, it's finding a person who works really well with you and gives you results. And it probably doesn't matter which one of those things they're in. It's about, is that person good? Do they understand your body?
Yes.
And can they help you?
That's right, yeah.
Would you say that's a fair assessment?
Definitely, and I think it also comes back to what we had discussed in one of the previous videos, which is the phases of healing that you need to go through. And so that soft tissue work, or the hands-on approach, is sort of that first part of the healing. And then we have a little bit of the maintenance approach, where, you know, you may have a little bit of a top-up where you need a bit of help because of postures you've been in, or the muscles get really tight, and so you need that top-up at some stage. But the main thing is that you need to find a long-term solution to the problem, and that may be periodically popping in to get a little bit of soft tissue work, or doing the right strategic exercises to develop the right layers of stability and control for your body, so that you don't hurt yourself later on down the line.
Well, exactly. And as you get older, it's very important to build up, you know, the right muscles.
That's right.
It is. So keeping yourself healthy, keeping yourself moving, keeping your muscles work, because if you don't, as you get older, you know, there are going to be issues, aren't there?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it comes back to what we were saying as well, also mentioning one of the other videos about the load and the capacity. And you know, as you get older, you need to continue to load the body strategically, because if you don't challenge your body with a particular load, then you're not going to have the capacity for it, and that's when you'll injure yourself.
Exactly. Okay. Great. Well, thank you.
My
So
pleasure.
go to whoever works for you. Just find the right person, a good practitioner.